And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Giants. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check 13. Check 99. Check 99. Undercrush.
Second and 10.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Giant football, first and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their own 46. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, it's Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. On second down, Montgomery. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
Back to throw now on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, they'll throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. The toss play to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Now back to throw. It's caught. Jones. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 30 yards there. And, of course, the first down as well.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. O'Shane Ximines. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Hey, hold on. 54. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Tight dog.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
They'll try to run for it with Henry. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Julio Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
At the 43-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Dolphins 7, Giants 0.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Rip left. Save.
Go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Ready to break.
Right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Back to throw here. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillendale as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Check. Walk 54. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Check nickel. Check three.
Oh, what a move. This thrown quickly out to Jones. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check 59. Mike is 50.
Back to throw. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And Ingram holds it in. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, box drop. Hit it.
They'll set up to throw. He completes it to Jones. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Aaron Jones, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the ground, it's Montgomery. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 22. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Check 43. Slam.
They'll look to throw. Jones has it, and he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Watch twins.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Derrick Henry. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Check.
He'll look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 3-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. They're going to look to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
18, Gator. Focus, defense, focus. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2, Mike. Look, squeeze. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
It's a gain of 6, and that will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now it's Carson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Jones. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go, here we go. 8, read. Hey, high 7.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check out.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Right there.
Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Back to the ground, this time to Freeman. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Kill, kill, kill. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go. Here we go. Get on the bench.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got Thompson here, complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2.
Check 24, check 24, check.
They'll drop the throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
I'm going back. 36.
2nd and 4. And this is caught at the 8. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
Set, ready. Get the flag. 9-5-4. Bandit. Bandit. Hey, check 20.
They'll run with Montgomery. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
Let's go. Behind the wall.
Right there, 54 miles.
Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Here's 2nd and 8. This complete to Jones. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. One receiver right is Watkins. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal.
You better be afraid of me.
Back to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Crunch time, defense. Watch that.
Protein spill. Gone. Get it.
2nd and 5. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
They run it with Carson, and he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check. Lucky.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll go down, and that will do it. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football, but needing points as we start quarter number 4. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
You must be dreaming.
Looking to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Check 25. Check 52. Rush in.
Now a give running right is Montgomery. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On second down now, it's Montgomery. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Back to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Second and 1. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Derrick Henry. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. The extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up first and 10 at the 40. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play. They'll look to throw here.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. Second and 10. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And down line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. He'll look to throw. Goodwin able to haul it in.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Kill, kill, kill. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Watch the eye.
Now Jones, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Aaron Jones with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. 2nd and 9 now. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
And the Dolphin first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Say. Wide, get wide.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Check nipple.
On first down, it's Thompson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
At the 22-yard line.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Check three. Switch.
They go with Thompson again. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. third down they go, Montgomery. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the 11-yard line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Dolphins, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Miami next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.